Clint Eastwood is pulling the pistol on born-again Christians in northwest London. Go On, Make Me Pray is the latest in a series of campaigns used by the Reverend Paul Sinclair to make religion more accessible, shooting traditional church ways through the foot.
For 2,000 years, Jesus has been represented as a wimp with long blonde hair, blue eyes, wearing a white negligee, and for some reason he's always carrying a sheep. I've never understood why. Now that doesn't represent the Lord. I want to bring him a bit up to date.
What started as a holy gesture has turned into a legal wrangle. Eastwood's lawyers have banned the slogan. The Reverend stands unforgiven, but...
I didn't repent, actually. No, what I did was I phoned the attorney myself and I asked him for forgiveness. I said, in a ministry, we think differently from you. We believe it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
The might of Hollywood has won through. Eastwood moves out of Willesden, but the Pentecostal preacher is left to find another way to make the good, the bad, and the ugly pray. Rachel Ford, Sky News.
There he was on tape, and as you can see, the Reverend Sinclair has joined us in the studio now. Hot foot from your Sunday evening service, I gather.
That's right. We finished it 5 minutes early just for you.
Just for our benefit?
Yeah.
Well, we're very flattered. Thank you very much indeed. You think that this kind of advertising brings people through the doors?
No doubt about it at all. Every week people come because of our advertising, and they come just to check it out. They don't all stay, but they definitely come and give us a chance.
And is it just the posters you're using on the outside of the church? Or?
No, we do leaflets as well. We try to be topical. I sent out a green leaflet round the area with a green issue, and it had a picture of a rabbit on it, and it said, "None of our hymns are tested on live animals." So that helped.
They're very original. Are you the humorist behind all this? I mean, you know, other products are marketed with hugely expensive advertising campaigns.
Yeah, I try to think. Most of them I've thought up myself, and a few I've ripped off, and a few I've got ideas from other advertisers and based it on them.
Well, you've done a few, haven't you? We've got a few examples of the previous ones that you've been running outside the church. Now, what's that? Sermons delivered in 35 minutes or your money back.
Pizza land, yeah.
35 minutes, eh? Does that mean they're 35 minutes long, or you get a sermon within 35 minutes of walking through the door?
I'll get a sermon within 35 minutes, and it's going to be a hot one. You'll never forget it.
Really? Pepperoni added, eh? Okay. How long do you tend to use your sermons? Well, I'll ask you that in a minute. All sorts come to this church.
Yeah, hey. Bassett sponsored that one. They actually sent me the Bertie you see there.
Yeah.
And it worked. We got all sorts of people coming as a result.
So unlike the Clint Eastwood people, they were quite happy for you to use
they loved it. They even used me in their advertising.
Oh, well, that's a good quid pro quo, I suppose. And here we go. Love is grand, divorce is 20 grand. Bit more earthy, that one, I suppose. But did that get a few lovers to come through the doors to repent, maybe?
It certainly did. It kind of backfired on me because my girlfriend dumped me round about that time. But
you poor chap. Oh well, he's got a sense of humour, I guess. Yeah.
Definitely.
What's the serious message behind this, though? Is you're trying to get hold of sort of today's people used to advertising,
man.
Snappy slogans like that?
That's right. The 90s man is not interested in a church that's 400 years behind the times. I've got to relate to people in a way that they relate to. And if I can present the image of the church in a positive way and in a fun way that's also biblical, then I'll go for it. And it's definitely working.
Is it a problem, though, that, OK, the advertising gets them through the door, but what goes on inside the door, is that up to date too?
I do my best. Everything's based totally on the Bible, and it's the truth as it was 2,000 years ago.
So that bit doesn't need updating, you don't?
Not at all, but I do try to present it in a modern way. I try to be fashionable, up to date when I can afford it, and I try to present my message in a way that people can relate to. I try to be topical, etc., and I try to be as much fun as I can as well.
There's lessons here for other denominations and other churches, aren't there?
Well, I would think so, yeah. I think that basically many churches are declining in attendance, and people, rather than moan about it, they should say why. And maybe if we just packaged ourselves a bit better, folk would say, well, I'm going to check this one out.
All right.